All right, let's create a press pass. We're going to start out in Canvas and go to the press pass assignment. Once there, click on the link to template. That will take you to Google Drive and the template file. You're going to click on the download button in the upper right hand corner. That will download it to your downloads folder. So we can minimize this, and we're going to go to open or file open. Either one work just fine. Click on open, and we're going to open up our file. If it asks you to update, go ahead and click update. And there's three things that we're going to need to change on this file. We're going to need to change our UID, your name, and then add a photo. So we'll start with the UID. We're going to click on the text tool over here on the left side, or type T. Go down here to the numbers, click on that, and you can delete them all just by pressing the delete key, or you can press Control A to highlight them all and then delete them. And then you're going to type in your UID, so say that's my UID number. And I need to make sure I press the check mark up here. Don't change the font size or color or anything else. Then we're going to leave it on the text tool, and we go to your name. Same thing, we can highlight it, click and drag, or Control A to highlight all of it. Press delete, and I'm going to type in my name. So if my name was Jeff Jones, I would type that in. If my name is longer than that, or much longer, and doesn't fit in the purple, if you notice, if you keep typing, eventually your last name is going to disappear. Okay, what you can do is, if we just delete everything or highlight it and go to a 10-point font, we'll make it smaller. Now I can type a heck of a lot more before it starts to disappear. So that should fit. If it doesn't fit after going down to a 10-point font, then let me know and we'll figure something out. Okay, so we're going to leave that the way it was. Again, press the check mark to set it. Next thing we need to do is get our photo in there. So you're going to go to your Google Drive folder. You're going to download it, the mug shots that we took last week or whenever that was. And once it's downloaded in the downloads file, we're going to open it up. So file, open. Got my mugshot here. Beautiful, right? So you're going to click on the crop tool, because we're going to need to crop this and resize it. So first thing you're going to maybe need to do, if this is at ratio, you're going to have to change this to width times height times resolution. We're going to change our width to 1 inch. If it's not inches, you need to right or control click and go down to inches. Your height is 1.35 inches, and your resolution is going to be 300. The rest you leave as is. Then you can move that around. We want mainly just your face. This photo is just a face and a whole lot of hair, but you might need to drag this in and make it a little bit smaller. You can have a little bit of kind of like your neck and shoulders in there, but that's about all we want. We want to focus on the face. Once you got it, you're going to press the check mark. That resize it. We're going to go up here to the move tool, or press V on our keyboard. Click on that, and we're going to hold the mouse button down, clicking on the middle of our face. We're going to keep holding it, drag it up to this tab. We're going to keep holding it, bring it back down right into the middle of this X, and let go of the mouse, and that will drop it right in the center for you. Okay, that's all you need to do. If there needs to be adjustments, you might want to start it over. Or you can kind of move things around a little bit, but you got to be careful that you don't move it off, and it needs to be centered so that no white's showing behind. And that's all there is to it. Next thing you're going to need to do is save your files. So we're going to go to File, Save As. We're first going to save it as a PSD file. I'm going to rename it, last name, so Jones, first name Jeff, and you're going to save it on OneDrive. I don't have OneDrive on my laptop, but go ahead and save it on OneDrive in your Photos 2022 folder, and I would have a Works in Progress folder, or whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to save it to Downloads. Format, notice you only have 4 options, but we want Photoshop, and you're going to click Save. Okay, now we saved it as a PSD file, renamed. Now we need to save it as a JPEG because that's what you're going to turn it into me as. So again, we're going to leave it Jeff Jones. Do not type JPEG up here. Go to the folder you want to save it as, but click on Save a Copy. It's going to reopen this window, and now when you click on Format, you have a lot more options. And we're going to go to JPEG. Notice that changed JPEG up there. And then we're going to click on, actually get rid of the copy here. We don't need copy, and save. Make sure this is set to maximum, 10. The rest you're going to leave as is, and hit OK. Those are now all in the downloads folder. We can double check. Jeff Jones or Jones Jeff JPEG, Jones Jeff PSD file. You're going to go back to Canvas, click Start Assignment. Where's that? Right here. Click Start Assignment up here and upload that JPEG and submit it. And then you're all done.